Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Barke Faraj Kamus, and today I want to talk to you about love. Why do I pick this topic? Because one of you audience actually pointed out to me that we need to talk about this subject about love. Now, I want to make it into a kind of like a lesson in a way that we actually get value to what I'm talking about, but also to make it simple, make it that anyone who wants to talk about love or wants to know what exactly this love can be in them or define it, what exactly the understanding of love. Now, the most important thing here is it doesn't matter what I say, it doesn't matter what I do, it only matters to you. How do you see it? How do you experience it? And how do you want it to be in your life? What is love to you? Now, part of love is a basic human need. Now, I'm going to talk about in another session or another video that I'm going to do about what is need and want, because need is something that you cannot live without. That is simple as it gets. Need is something that you have no choice than to have it. Now, love is part of that need. Let's get it right. It is. Okay? It's part of us. But end of the day, what exactly love got to do with our life? What exactly do we take the love and change it to something else? That is us. But end of the day, okay. Have you ever heard of 5 human needs? 5, even if you go to Google and Google it, basic needs. Basic needs, it will come, the first thing will come is Maslow hierarchy, okay? People who've studied in psychology, people who've gone through either counseling, they will know what I'm talking about. If you know none of those things, you would be like, what are you talking about? Okay. So Maslow is this person who went deeper into he actually created this hierarchy about the basic human needs. Now, the first one he actually put it in as self-actualization. Self-actualization, we actually ourselves knowing that I'm capable and I can become who I want to become. That is self-actualization. That is the first human need. He also put it as esteem. Esteem is actually for ourselves validation, knowing we're capable, we are the person, but then we have to have it. A lot of people, they don't, or they have lower self-esteem, if you ever heard of that. So it's part of our human need. Hello, I don't know if I'm going to say your name correctly. Please forgive me. Assalamu alaikum. Is it Dawson? I hope I said it correctly. If I am, please thumbs up, then I know I am. How are you? Thank you for joining. And so self-esteem is actually major factor in ourselves, okay? Because how you look at yourself, how you see yourself, how do you, interact with yourself? Do you see yourself as good enough, as better enough, do you want people to validate you? Do every time when they see you, wow, you're so amazing, you're so beautiful, so all of that is part of your esteem, self-esteem. And the third one from Maslow, he put it as love and belonging. Yes, he put it as love and belonging, because love, you love, but then you also belong. So that belonging is actually part of the love. I will go back to it later. And the fourth thing that he put was about safety needs, okay? And the last thing he put is about psychological needs. Psychological needs is all about food and all these things. So these are part of that, we have to breathing and all these things. But end of the day, today we're going to talk about love. Now, love, to be honest with you, you need to actually see what love. If you Google love, what is love? Love, it will come up as something that is in depth, intimate, something that is to do with experience, something to do with the feeling that you have, and actually taking it, that feeling, and wanting to multiply it, want to feel it again and again. But that comes to also in sexually, it comes from love in a way that is like family. That's is what you feel. But end of the day, when I want to talk about this in a way that love actually, it can contain, or it can go into those kind of like 5 of those needs. It goes on all of those. And this is where us as a human being, we get caught up with it. Now, what I want to say deeper about this love, the topic about love exactly, it's about how we translate it. Now, I've got clients coming to me and say to me, Barke, I have a problem. And the problem is, I love my husband and I love him dearly. But the thing is, he keep telling me, you know what I mean? If I don't do something, or if I tell him off, he will say to me, I'm paying the bills, you do what I want you to do. So what happened is, the woman who's contacting me, he should be like, I feel scared because I want us and I love this person, but most important thing is what? Safety. Let's be honest. So what happened is that we translate love into those basic needs, all of those basic needs. So if you're married, or maybe you fell in love with your husband and you really love them, you care about them, you care about their well-being, you care about their safety, you care about everything about that person. But end of the day, you cannot stop yourself to feel jealous. You cannot stop yourself to want to control it. But then is that love? That's not love. So what I'm saying, part of that love to feel jealousy, because then you kind of, at the same time, how far do you go with your jealousy? How far do you go to actually feel or want that validation, or want that self-actualization, to say, I did this, I made this happen, he's mine or she's mine. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's what you actually translate love is. But end of the day, it's up to us. What is love to you? Because for me, at the beginning, when I got married, okay, for me was the person to actually see me and be happy with me, but at the same time, he didn't see it like that. So we are looking at one person, we're looking at each other, but we see different pictures. We see different things that we actually expecting from the other person. Then that is not properly what. And this comes in about to do with, it comes in to do with communication. Because what I translated to love, for me, it was like the self-esteem that comes within the love, the esteem, the love and belonging, safety, the physiological needs, all of those things that actually comes at one. Because, okay, in Islam, it's part of the, I would say, law of Islamic, in a way that a woman and a man, a husband, will look after the woman. They have to give 3 things. Okay, the man have to do for the woman. It's an obligated. It's something that they have to do. And that is food, shelter, and clothing. Now that is part of Islamic law, okay? Now, but at the same time, I, as a modern society, modern person in 2020 that we're living in, okay, forget about coronavirus. If coronavirus is not here, or whatever the reason that I'm living at the moment, and I can afford to go outside and do and work, or make myself to, you know, to get the money and bring it in the house, then it's not an obligation for me to look after the family, but it's kind of like understanding each other, or where our dreams are, for us to actually help each other. But then this is where my clients comes in, and that's why they get aggravated, they get angry, they get upset, because they're like, Barkin is forcing me now. Now that's wrong in Islamic way. It's wrong for a man to force a woman to do his obligation. It doesn't work like that. But at the same time, it's for both of your understanding. It's up to you two to say, we have dreams, we've got a goal at the end of the year, okay? We help each other, okay? We help each other by actually working together to look after our family. That's one thing. But end of the day, you cannot force another person to do what you want to do for yourself, or to another person to do it for you. It doesn't work like that. But also love, now, if we took out of the money situation, we go back to the emotional part. Love cannot be forced in a way that, why you don't say you love me? Why don't you do things that I ask you to do because you don't love me? You see, you actually using the love as a fear factor. That is not love. That is not what it's supposed to be, because then if you're using that love as a tool to hurt the other person, what exactly are you trying to get from that person? Because if they're scared, if I don't do this, that means my husband doesn't love me. If I don't do that, that means my wife doesn't love me. But end of the day, love is peace. Love is calm. Love is something that is actually naturally. It doesn't take a human being to make love. It doesn't work like that. Love is not something you can force it. It's not something you can mend it. It's not something you can bend it. It's not something you can use on your will to actually hurt the other person. But most important thing here is that you have a problem. You see that I love this person. When you say you love this person, would you really say to yourself, do you love them unconditionally? Because that's what love is. Love is unconditional. Love is nothing to do with conditions or planning, or it doesn't work like that. That is not love. When you actually give yourself demands on love, it doesn't work. But at the same time, what exactly do you have a goal? What kind of goal do you have within that love? I'm in love with this person. I see our life to actually progress and make something beautiful. So we feel you are going to have children. Okay, financially, can we afford it? Can we really make it happen? Okay, I know we believe in Allah. We believe in God. We believe that God has our back. But at the same time, we have to actually see if we can make it happen. So you have to be honest with yourself. Now, the most important thing here, when love, you actually force the other person to love you, and you can see this person is not playing by the rules, but in a way that they're not ready to show you that they love you. They're not there for you. They're not doing what love is, because love is about 50-50. And I say this to many of my talks, love is like a seesaw, okay? A seesaw can be, if the two people stand or sit together, it balances. But if one person lets go, guess what happens? It goes that way, yes? So it's up to us to actually say, we are in love, we love each other, we care about each other, we want to make it work. You have to sit together. And that means you have to really be equal, yeah? But in equality of it, you have to understand what each other's needs are. Okay? Now, if this person is saying, I need to have a house, I want to have a car, I want to go out every Friday or whatever it is, I want to go out, I want to spend my money, but then this person who wants all those things, they actually cannot afford it. Yes? But then guess what? So with their partner, because of whatever money that they're getting, both of them, this person can go out. They can do whatever they want to do. But then this person says, okay, I believe, yes, we can have buy our own house, get the car, okay, buy the clothes or whatever you want to buy. But then if we're going to go out, we have to go out maybe once in a while. So this person is willing to play, is willing to do whatever we need to do, but then he's asking for a sacrifice. Sacrifice is not a bad thing if you look at it in a way that this person is willing to work with you. This person is understanding. This person is ready to make change. But end of the day, it needs one person and the other to come together in an agreement for that to work. Yes? Now, when that is agreed upon, if any time it needs to be changed, you have to go back to where you started. Okay, I've got this proposal. I want to do something different. What do you think about this? And if that person says no, you have to be willing to actually, okay, I understand you saying no, but give me a reason. Okay, so something you can work on. Now, that is one of the kind of what is love can do for a relationship. Now, let's go to another relationship. A relationship that actually doesn't work in a way that one person tells the other person, you are going to do this and this and this and that. If you don't do it, I'm not going to look after you. So that relationship is all based on fear. Now, what happened is, because this person is relying on this person to do everything for them, that means they have to abide. They have to like submit. But then they do submit to a point that at that point that they're like, okay, you know what? Enough is enough. Or, you know what? I want to be myself. I want to look after myself. And that's why people like that, they come to me. And when they come to me, because they're ready to take action. Now, what I do is that when it's time to change, the best thing is you need to ask yourself 3 questions, okay? What do you want? What do you want? That's one. You need to have clarity. What do you want? Number 2, you have to be able to actually be ready. This is the honest truth, where a lot of people who are in a relationship, it's kind of like bang on their face. You have to be ready to be honest with your progress. You have to be honest with your whatever is happening in your life. You have to be honest. You can't put your blinders and expect everything will work out. It doesn't work like that. You have to be honest. You can't say, this person loves me, they take care of me, and they do everything they can, and I need to say yes all the time. That means you're not ready to change. Let's be honest. This person does everything for me. That means I have to be who they want me to be. But guess what? I'm not happy. That means you're not ready to make a difference. That means you're still there and you want to stay there. You're not ready to change. I cannot help a person like that. Another thing is actually, when that person knows this relationship is not working, this relationship is, even though they tried and tried and try again. I've worked with people who, they came to me and they said to me, Barke, I want to make my marriage work. I'm 100% yes, let's do it. Let's make it happen. We need to go through your marriage. And that means, even though I don't agree with it, it's your marriage. I cannot change you. You have to know when you're ready to change. You have to know when you're ready to want to make a difference. Now, with that, I go back and I ask you again, are you willing to make it work? You say yes, let's go for it. You say no, Barke, stop. I'm not. Because every time I do, it's me working harder for the marriage, but I don't see anything working. I am ready to step out of this wanting of to make it work because it's not working. I want to try to work in some way, some other way. Now that comes to the third thing. And the third thing is you. In love is a topic of love. We go back to, what's the first basic human need in Maslow hierarchy? Self-actualization. That's part of love. Self-actualization. We have to work on ourselves. If you believe you can do something, that is self-actualization, guys. Before esteem, before love and belonging, before safety needs, before psychological needs. It has to be you. As a person, what exactly have you got within yourself to make it work? So sometimes in marriage, in love, we think that another person is a problem. We think that that person, if they change something, or if I make them change something, our love will be perfect. Everything will be amazing. But guess what? You actually projecting your problems to that person, even though sometimes it can be the problem is within that person, but you are projecting the problem, the whatever is wrong with that relationship, to that person. You're not ready to take responsibility with yourself. So this is fun talking about it, but at the same time, it has to make sense for you. End of the day, nothing can change in this life if you're not willing to work on yourself. You have to actually want to work for yourself. You have to actually make it for yourself, and you have to be willing to take that step further to ensure that you are successful in your own life. Working with yourself, it takes everyday thing. It's up to us. So today, if you are that person that actually is like, yes, Barake, what you said, it makes sense to me, and I believe I'm ready to take action, I'm going to leave my link here. You can contact me. You can book yourself a session that is free for 30 minutes and make a difference in your life. If you're not ready, it's fine. Take your time. Listen to this video again. Share it, okay? Because end of the day, it's learning. I'm doing this for you to learn, but for you to understand what is happening and what it can help you. I am here to help women. I am here because I want to support women, but I went through, I don't want them to go through. I want them to be happy and be excited about life, not to feel crap, not to feel down, not to feel that they're not worthy in this world, because every person in this world can live and have the best life as they can. And they can be their own hero. Hello, assalamu alaikum, Nafisa. How are you doing? So it's up to us. What do you want in life is up to you, as being as yourself. And end of the day, you can make a difference or you can stay where you are. It's a choice. Thank you, everybody. I wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You can subscribe on my YouTube. This is going to YouTube channel. I wish you all the best. Take care, everybody, and I shall see you soon.